What's up, guys? Welcome back to a SaladBarz Podcast. We have two guests with us today. We have Xander Rogers.
How you doing?
And my good friend, Sam Aiguier.
How you guys doing?
So basically, we all haven't left back for college yet, because a lot of people have, but we're still here. Me and Xander go back to 21st.
That's right.
That's a long time away.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a week. But by the time this is uploaded, it's probably like a week in the past, to be honest.
True.
So.
Well,
We're
right now,
already
it's
at
kind of
school, by the way.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So today we're just gonna be having a good old conversation with the guys. We all go back a long ways.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of different groups that sort of overlap,
Yeah.
and I think it'll be funny just have a quick decompressor for this last week of break.
Yeah,
But
true.
before we get into that, of course, I think you're thinking what I'm thinking.
I'm exactly thinking what you're thinking.
Rapid fire Q&A.
Yeah, that. Rapid fire Q&A. Okay, so, rapid fire Q&A. Starting off with Xander.
Alright.
Where are you from?
I am from Southburg, Maine.
Cool. What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal? Probably a
Favorite
tiger.
color?
Purple.
Mom's name?
Beth.
Mom's address?
He was about to give it to you.
I was.
Right there. If you could watch one Quentin Tarantino movie, which one do you watch?
Django and Jane.
Exactly.
Word?
Yes, I'm wearing the Pulp Fiction sweatshirt because I didn't have a Django one.
Oh, nice one.
Can you even out the?
Oh, can I even out for you?
Strings.
Oh, yeah, that's repulsive.
Yeah.
I'm
Repulsive.
very sorry.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys know one time, like 5th grade, I had this UNH sweatshirt. Shout out UNH.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And literally, Jake Lindsay,
Mm.
okay, love the kid,
Ex-member.
ex-member SaladBarz. I had one thing here and one thing here. He goes like, I'll fix it for you, man. I was like, sure. He went, pulled the whole
Yanks
thing
the entire
out.
thing out.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, how am I going to get this back in? Never got it back in.
Yeah, you know my SaladBarz sweatshirt, the purple one I have.
Yeah.
Oh, quick
I put
merch
it in
plug.
the wash. and
Quick
then
merch plug.
I got it, and I was like, I went out of the dryer, looked into it, just gone. I went to washer, they weren't even there. So that
Who
SaladBarz
took 'em?
sweatshirt I have, it just doesn't have the string anymore.
So now you can't wear your hood.
Well, I can.
You can still
No,
wear
you-
it.
Well,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, it's great quality. But, I mean,
And the strings don't usually come out. My washer's high powered.
Free gas.
Samsung product.
tampering.
Okay,
Alright.
so now Sam, your turn for the rapid fire Q&A. Jonas, you wanna host
Give
this
it to
one?
me.
Height,
5'9",
weight,
180,
position,
point guard,
favorite position,
point guard.
most highest points in the game,
23.
That's when he said at 26.
craziest ankle breaker story.
Senior night against Massa Basic, I got a swing and I broke some kid's ankles and I kicked it out to Ian B in the corner and he drained a 3.
Should have taken a shot yourself, man.
You should have taken it
You
yourself.
should have dropped it and drained it.
Did it harden? Lick the lips. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Did you see that view of him, the camera angle?
Did
where
you
he-
see
where he goes,
Ja? And then Lou Williams looked over.
oh
and
yeah,
Williams
Lou was like,
all right, what happens?
Lou Williams is a legend though.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what's weird? I was playing 2K today,
remember?
and
That is weird.
Lou Williams was starting in the lineup. But like,
They have been starting a lot on 2K.
yeah, it's
Wow.
you know, should be starting. I
No,
think
he's
he's milking that 6-man.
Yeah.
What was
no,
it?
he's-
Is
better
it
off
2
the
years in a row?
bench.
I think he was.
He's like-
I think he has 3.
He has
total,
3 of them, yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
dude. I don't
But
know.
to be fair, I feel like he's just better off the bench, though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But
he
like,
is.
if you start Pat Bev, then Lou Will, then Paul George, then Kawhi, then
Montrez.
was it- yeah, or what's the other guy?
Dude,
Zubac.
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 Yeah. I mean, that's a
That's a
good
defensive nightmare. So
Right. I mean, so
lineup
yeah.
right there.
Well, who are you gonna match up with too? But you know what's surprising? The Lakers right now are 30-7,
yeah.
and that's after losing 2 back-to-back games.
Yeah.
So they could be 32-5 right now, best team in the league. Did any of us see this coming? I thought the Clippers were gonna be.
I thought the
I didn't
Clippers were
expect-
going to be at the
yeah,
top, too.
No,
I didn't expect the Lakers to be this good.
I didn't think the Clippers would be that good because I
Really?
knew because I
Hey,
knew
let's say
Kawhi Leonard would take that load management all the time, and I knew he's going to still.
I
He's
hate
going to keep
that.
going.
load
Yeah,
man.
That's
hate load
facts.
management.
That's facts, yeah.
He's a player. He knows they're going to make it to playoffs, right? And then once they're in the playoffs, you can go 48 minutes a game, and you're just going to be
He's
scoring
gonna get Finals MVP if they get there.
35 a game. He's insane, but like he really doesn't care for fans at all.
One of the regular season.
And he really shouldn't.
And I'm going
I mean, he
to
doesn't
a
have to.
Celtics Clippers game on February 13th, and I really want to see him play.
Is it a fan event?
Oh wait,
I
actually,
mean, he's playing against Celtics. It's at
yeah.
TD. I don't know. He might. I mean, we'll see. Paul George is good. I'll see Paul George. It'd be cool.
Depends, well, it depends if Paul George is playing.
If they
too.
both get load management,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw something on the court.
Well, you know, so All-Star Weekend's coming up in about a month.
Yeah.
It's usually like,
quick.
Dwight Howard dunk contest.
yeah.
Yeah, Jaw too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, really?
Well,
He
he's
might
thinking
be.
about it. Yeah.
Why wouldn't just
You'd
like
be
LeBron
amazing
hop
in
in?
that.
You know?
And Derrick
Yeah,
Rose
North
got
and-
invited to
Derrick
it.
Rose got invited?
Mhm.
You know, we should go with
Because it's in
Derrick
Chicago.
Jones Jr. He should get into the dunk contest.
He was in last year,
He
man.
can go
He's a
up.
beast.
No,
He's a beast.
was he? No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Look it up.
When he's with
Wait,
the Suns.
There's no way.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about? Dennis Smith
Well, maybe
or
not
Dennis-
last
No,
year, but maybe
Derrick
no.
Jones
He's on the.
Jr.
That was like 2
Dennis
years
Smith?
ago. Though.
Yeah,
You can throw it down.
He was
but-
on it, but it wasn't last
Yeah,
year.
here.
I think. I don't know about
2017
Victor.
or something. Yeah,
but
2017.
Donovan Mitchell and Dennis Smith
He
can
can
both go back
fly.
in. That'd be
Just
cool.
bounce
That would
it,
be
bro.
sick.
Victor,
Well, what
Victor's
about Vince
alright.
Carter? I like here's the perfect story, right?
Yeah.
Like 50-year-old Vince Carter comes back,
Comes in last.
wins.
He's gonna come in last.
That's
That
Wins the
happens.
dunk
You don't
contest.
I mean, I
Gets
feel
all
like they're gonna give him
zeros.
credit for his age. You know, like think
Bro,
about it. They,
yeah,
they're
right.
definitely gonna give Dwight
I know
Howard
he's
something.
he's throwing down 360s in warm-ups.
Barely
Bro.
gets over the. He's like this on the rim.
Dwight
What's a
Howard.
50?
Dwight Howard did some like, dunk contest against like I forget his name. He's actually like professional like dunk contest kid, and he did a dunk contest against him in Miami, and totally kicked his butt.
You all hear about the like news that broke over the summer about Dwight Howard?
About that, like his love life and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what to make of it.
Can you summarize for the viewers?
Probably not, but I can try. Wasn't it?
I have no clue what this is.
Well, we can look it up too.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Pretty sure.
I may have an idea, but I don't want to say it.
I have no idea. And that's funny. You guys realize? You know, like I'm like right now. I'm like a full 7 inches short.
He's
Sam's
huge.
on that.
Sam's huge. He's
We
a
all got
basketball
like
player.
these like desk chairs right now, and I didn't go fourth. But Sam's on this like stool.
It's very
He's
uncomfortable.
just looking down.
It's
You know,
very
like-
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's
All right,
what I guess.
Danny, go ahead. You can introduce the story for us.
Oh right. So Dwight Howard, there was
Scandal.
a scandal that he proclaimed that he is not gay, and this all came out when an openly gay YouTube star, Mason Elahi, I think that's how you pronounce that, is sued him for assault, infliction, and emotional distress after Howard threatened his life and refused to sign an NDA about their alleged relationship.
Did the guy say when it happened? Because
I'm
imagine
not
if he was
gay.
like,
Dwight
imagine
Howard's
if he was like
straight.
in his prime on the Magic.
Like
when
no
this
one cares if you are.
happened.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, let's see.
Oh, there.
So that's pretty much it, really.
Who were like the openly like gay NBA players right now? Like,
Jason
There was
Collins.
one. I forget. It was-
Jason Collins.
Yes.
Wait, gay
Isn't there
NBA
another
players.
one? I think isn't there two?
Because
Dude, you know who I think?
oh
He-
yeah,
he's
I
the
think
only
I saw
one.
about-
He's the
There's
only
what,
one.
like one open NFL player, right?
I think there's
Yeah.
Crazy.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Sorry.
his name.
I know what it is.
I forget.
Why? Well, here's the thing. Like, there's no way that. So here's a list of all gay athletes, LGBT sports people,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's pretty big.
Oh,
But
it's South
um,
France.
but no, it goes all the way back to like the '60s.
But you'll
and-
never see like Russia as a country right there. Like look, all these countries are all accepting. Like Norway, USA, Australia,
Jamaica.
Belgium, Mexico, I'd say.
South Africa. Danish.
Denmark. Like again, like you're gonna see all these countries that like I just
Ryan
German.
O'Callaghan.
you feel bad because you know if they're from a country that's you know
I know what you
not
mean.
to say communist, but all those countries
Not
that
to
are
say
like
backwards.
not a country that's like terrible, but the ones that just aren't accepting. It feels bad because like their athletes could be,
Right.
Yeah.
but they're representing their country, and I bet there's been
Yeah.
I bet there's been gay athletes or LGBTQ athletes that have been turned down to compete for countries like that because they're just so. You know, they want this like image of their country that they're
Right. Well, also the fact that you
perfect.
have, like, athletes are just like hyper popular wherever they are, right?
Yeah.
No matter what country you're from, if you're an athlete, it's like look at Usain Bolt,
Yeah.
crazy. Like, the dude's just fast. You just run fast,
And
he's
everybody
a
around the
billionaire.
world knows you. Yeah.
right? But you know, if you have some factor that is a detriment to that popularity, then all of a sudden you can't be as popular, and maybe you don't get that shoe deal or something like that. You know what I mean?
Maybe
It
I
reminds
was
me
upset
of.
about Usain Bolt because he was
Yeah.
supposed to go to like Manchester United and play some soccer.
Oh, yeah, he
Really,
wasn't like
he
a.
can play.
At least Manchester
Uh.
United would have spent money on him because you know they're rich. But he ended up playing for like Borussia Dortmund a little bit in the like lower leagues, and it was just so funny. They were passing the ball and he would just hit it 30 yards and beat the goalie and beat
Oh
everybody with the
yes,
ball.
sprinter.
Yeah,
Just so fast.
NFL teams
It's like
also
how you used to
reached
play,
out
man.
to him.
That's how I used to. That's
Yeah.
true.
NFL teams also reached out to him to see if he would want to.
Yeah.
Because he's what 6'5", 6'5".
He's
6'5". He's
he's really
huge
tall.
for a sprinter.
And it's so fast.
Well, you know, Sam and I sprinted on the same, and then Mikey later joined. I was gone at that point. But I remember in our workouts together, you know, it was hard for me being tall, and I always won. But
Until sophomore year.
yeah, so Sam beat me. He beat me plenty. But yeah,
it is rough being tall and being a sprinter.
I would never beat any of you, so.
you guys know about Caster Semenya?
No.
So she's the South African. She's an 800. She's a mid-distance runner.
Oh, I've
runs
heard
the
about this
800. I
person.
think she runs the 400 as well. There's this big controversy a couple years ago about whether or not Caster Semenya was actually biologically female, because she will get into a race and just wreck house. Like there are a few other women who are really fast. Well, like Daphne Shippers, you know her? She's like from one of these
And then
Nordic countries.
something Bowie from
Yeah.
here is really fast too. I forget
Yeah,
her name.
but like Caster Semenya will get in a race and smoke these ladies, like what you're saying, 50-yard lead, bam, done. So of course the IAAF launches an investigation, drug tested her, and then gender tested her. So they call it sex testing.
How do you sex test somebody? You go into
you can do
like
that.
their-
You can do
I
that
don't
through
know.
blood
do you,
work and
do you
stuff.
check
Well,
like
can't you do
if
it?
they got the
Can you do it from
XY
chromosomes?
or
Yeah, you
XX?
can
I
do it
think it
from
must be.
chromosomes.
Yeah.
Well, you just probably I don't know how they do it.
That's
But they used to do these things where the naked parade, it's just like a big deal. It's like a huge, like in the Olympics, you'd be walking out just, butt naked, and these judges would be like, "Yeah, you look like a male. All right, next. Yeah, you look like a female." And which is arguably just a way to see people, see people with great bodies naked,
All
right?
that stuff.
It's a little weird. Well, how do you feel about that?
yeah.
Uh,
Imagine.
It's kind of
Imagine
weird.
you walk out and they go, no, take them off. And then they look at you and go,
No,
that's a
nope,
female.
nope.
You're out of the race.
I'd be like, you're not wrong, but like, okay. No, I'd hate that, walking in front of millions and possibly like hundreds of millions of viewers. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to start it and finish, but
True.
So there's this whole thing, and eventually, okay, I'm just gonna read this out loud. Semenya was eventually allowed to run again and went on to win gold in the 800 meters in the 2012 and 2016 Olympics. So this is after the initial investigation. But last year, so this would have been 2018, the IAAF ruled that runners with testosterone above a certain level would have to take medication to lower it in order to compete against other women in the 400, 800, and 1500 meter events. So.
how does that make you feel, you think, when you have to take something
You're
Right.
too much like a man.
not even like emotionally and all that, like how do you think your body feels when you take something that lowers your
That's-
testosterone? Like you're like,
Yeah.
whoa,
You're progressively getting.
Yeah, yeah.
weaker.
I don't want to lift
Yeah,
today.
yeah, exactly.
Bro, exactly.
You just want to. You're just laying there doing nothing.
But
all
also,
day.
like, it's not her fault that she has high testosterone.
She's
Yeah.
just born that way.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you have a natural advantage, like no one's saying, Usain Bolt, man, you're 6'5" and you can move your legs
Yeah,
as fast
shrink.
as a 5'.
like.
You actually have to run with a handicap where you have to
Sorry,
run underneath.
Yeah.
you're running barefoot today.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd still probably smoke them.
Dude, honestly. But so that's like it's like a natural advantage that somehow has to be dampened just to like make it fair for everyone else.
But it's not supposed to be about fairness. It's supposed to be who's better.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Who's
you're
the
better,
best?
you're better.
That's right.
And you win.
And she's clearly the best at it, so.
Yeah. Well, here's my question with this whole example, right? So Caster Semenya has a natural advantage.
Yeah.
But what if we allowed athletes to have unnatural advantages? Like, what if we allowed steroids and PEDs, and then they could like compete not against the natural athletes, but just against each other? Because if you just wanted like, here's
So like a separate thing.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's more wrong than making.
I feel like
her
that's like a
have less
all-star weekend kind of
Yeah,
thing. Everyone's
exactly.
such a freak
Because
that there's
it's-
no
robots.
because
scores a
that-
game
That's
way
gonna
higher or
make
something like that.
that's just gonna make everybody do it.
You think so?
It's gonna make the youth
Like
do
instead
it.
of them going
Oh,
instead of
my favorite
them
athlete
going
is
to
roided.
practice and like actually working hard to get better, all they're gonna do is just take steroids.
But then again, I also do want to see
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes take steroids and just throw like
Yeah,
110
that's true.
yards.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, that's the other argument, right? But I don't know, like Barry Bonds had how many home runs? In the
Seven.
season?
No,
He's in the
770.
It was
He's in
over
the
70, I think.
700s. Yeah.
Somebody look it up.
700?
I need to
I'm
know.
kidding.
Yeah, it was over 700.
Yeah,
Definitely
pretty
a
was.
game.
No, if you
12
played
games,
a
100 and what, 62
How many games are in?
162
That's a lot
season.
of games, bro.
Yeah.
But they play like double. How does someone understand that? They play
They play
double.
like 3 in a row, stuff like that.
No, it's series. They do a bunch of series.
Yeah.
So it's like best of 2 and 3, but it's like they still play all 3. But if you win the series, you win
755.
755?
No.
No.
762.
the series. Yeah.
Let's look at all of these.
Hank
But he was
too.
roided up.
roid it.
Doesn't he also have a disease?
Hey, Babe Ruth had 750,
Yeah.
14.
A-Rod.
Rodriguez almost had 700. Willie Mays.
Was A-Rod
Albert
on steroids?
Pujols is still playing.
Interesting. King
Whoa.
Griffey.
Sammy Sosa took
Jim
a
Thome.
lot
I
of
remember I
steroids too.
watched Jim Thome get his last home run.
So didn't Mark McGuire.
Yeah, well, Mark
Took a lot of
McGuire wrote it
steroids,
up too. Yeah.
David
Big Poppy.
Ortiz. He got shot, dude. Like
Yeah,
a year ago.
the
Remember
Dominican.
that?
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
went-
Yeah, that was weird.
yeah.
I know. I went to his last home regular season game, and I was, whenever like left-handed when that batter goes up, they like zoom in on him, and then they have like their stats on the bottom. Every time, right-handed batter came up, I was in the perfect angle from that view. So every time
Wait,
a
do you have
batter
the name
came
of
up,
the game up?
just look up.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
it up,
what
dude.
is-
That'd be sick if we could find
Do you know the date? Yeah, it was against the Jays.
No, yeah, it was against the Jays.
Oh.
The final game. No, that's a playoff
Yeah, I
game.
saw that. It's in like every ad on YouTube now.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, this stupid. Dude, I
The
hate these
slow
new
fee?
Apple
Yeah,
ads.
me too.
I hate them.
The slow fees.
Well, the thing is that you start with like, you're in your own private moment, like one of the people in the refrigerator.
And then they
It,
just
like,
zooms out
looks
to make
through-
you fun of
And
you.
it zooms out, and it's like, dude, that works once. Like, if you do that more than once, I know what's gonna come, and it's not that funny.
That's fair.
And then this overweight male, poor guy, forever after, for the rest of his 30 years he has left on this earth, people be like, dude, you're the guy with the jiggling face. Right? You're the Sophie guy.
Yeah, but like
This is us him
you go
talking,
viral.
isn't it?
One thing that's shocked you about college, and one thing that you wish you had more, that you expected but is kind of lame.
Okay. So I guess one thing I was kind of shocked by in college, voice crack there, was probably just the sheer amount of people that I would meet and have good connections with. Like I wasn't expecting that many people,
Yeah.
or even people who I'd come close to consider like really good friends. I didn't think that would happen so fast,
Yeah.
but everybody's just so inviting and so nice. And one thing I wish I had more of would probably be probably just faster buses. I hate standing in the cold to leave this boy's dorm, and then I don't want to walk the 12 minutes.
You take the bus?
Yeah, it's like a 12-minute walk.
He's
Do you
across
take
campus.
buses to like classes and stuff too?
No,
People have like Lindsay Bow. She did.
but she also
She
commutes.
had one at like the stables, which is far down. And she lived in Willie, so that was far.
And now she commutes because she has an apartment.
Really?
Name with Jay.
That's cool.
Downtown, right?
Oh, they're
Yeah, don't dox her.
It's just asking. Oh my god.
Lindsay Bow's dad
He
went
said,
to
yeah,
school.
downtown, right?
Did he
Lee,
actually?
yeah. Because your parents were the same year, right? Because they're in
Yes,
my mom's year.
my parents graduated in '90.
Yeah, my mom too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Lee Bow.
Did some young
My parents are pretty.
My
Oh,
dad
how old
graduated
are
high school in '80.
Wait, Sam.
Really?
Oh my god.
Weird question, but how old's your mom again?
62.
My mom is 48.
Yeah, I'm
Wow,
like
62
So my mom
years
probably
old.
graduated like a year or two before.
Oh, he's born in '62. Yeah.
Money. So
Yeah.
he's,
She might have been
Do the
89.
math. No.
I can't even.
Who knows?
58.
I don't know what year it is right now. He's
So it's
60?
2020.
Yeah, you also said that
58.
2018 was a year ago. I just didn't say anything about
Oh,
it.
right.
Yeah.
I didn't want
Well,
to call you
Did
out
he
like
actually?
that. Yeah.
You said
Is that-
2018 was a year ago. It's okay. We're still
no,
we're
for
still
the article
adjusting.
it was a year ago.
We're still
I
adjusting.
mean, it's 2020, so it'd be 2 years ago.
No, but the
We're
article
adjusting.
said
We're
the article was
adjusting.
written in 2019. It said 1 year ago, so I said that would be 2018.
Yeah, but you're talking about in 2020, so you could have just said it 2 years ago this happened.
No, I got rid of the time. No,
Yeah,
I was
no.
right. I thought about it consciously.
I'm glad I have
Points
like a,
well taken. I do screw up the dates a lot. Like I think it's still 2010.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's
2000.
no,
the
I do that so
prime
much.
In my head,
2013 year.
2000 or 1970 is 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wasn't even alive.
because,
You know?
Yeah. Just because. It's going to make sense. I know what you're saying. I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're saying.
And now like 19.
Like with you math, you're like, oh, it's 40 now. 'cause
Yeah,
we're in
1950
now we're in
is
2020, so
70
it's-
years ago. If you're born in
It's
1970, bro, it's old.
Yeah, that's 70
1980
years
is
ago.
40 years ago.
1970 is old. I just said my dad's born in 62, man. My mom was born in 67. Yeah.
Cool.
She said
Well,
what?
I'm also the youngest, so I guess that.
Yeah, how you?
Like my yeah, 'cause like my oldest
how's
siblings
Marty?
are born in
How's your dad?
Maybe.
How,
Yeah.
how old are you,
90s.
Mike?
Dude, we should take the.
Hey,
We
Mike.
should take this. Hey, Mike.
Mike.
We should take the snowmobile out for a spin now that we're all here.
We should take it out for a spin after this.
What?
Could,
I'm
but
definitely
what?
feeling
it
it.
might blow up
Take
because
what for a
someone
spin?
put in OW40. Dude, yeah, I was pointing at me. I'm just like, oh yeah, this will work, and I was like, isn't that
No,
for
it's really-
sports cars?
Dude, literally. Anything
do
like
so
that.
It was Roman. No, we can
Dude, it was
that.
like the speedometer just shifted. It
Yeah.
was like maxed out at like 60, and all of a sudden just like 60 turned to 120. I was like, what happened, man? This is awesome.
I know. I was like, I don't know how these physical numbers switch, but it happened. Okay, so all right,
Mike.
shocked me, and wish I had more of.
Mm.
Okay, shocked me would be probably like, I don't know. I'd say the difference in your professors. So I had a couple of professors that I really liked.
I had a really bad
They were
professor.
really chill.
I did too.
Not your turn.
Sorry.
Yeah. You want to wait, Sam?
I was just relating
We'll
with my
wait,
friend.
Jeff. We'll wait,
Sorry.
Jeff.
No, that's okay though. You have a turn.
I'll take fault there.
Anyway.
I had some that were like really cool, really chill, really being, like one of them I missed like an exam or a quiz test. I don't know. I missed something, right? And I just emailed them. And I was like, hey, I felt sick today. I didn't show up to class.
Is that okay? What's gonna happen?
And I said, can I just like retake it? And he's like, yeah, sure. Go in my room, go in my office. I'll leave it there for you, and you just take it by yourself there. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
And then there's others, like there's like a big range because there's like those kind of guys, and they're awesome. And then there was other professors that I didn't even want to go to class because they were just so not great to be around. It's something I wish I had more of. Probably like time off from school.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe a 3-day weekend, every day weekend would be cool. I don't know, just like different schedule. I think I wish I had more time in certain things and more time in other things. Less time in some things, all that kind of mixed around with my schedule.
What classes did you take?
So I had intro to microeconomics or principles of microeconomics.
Mm-hmm.
I had intro to business. I had business ethics and country music.
Right.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I got a 92 in the final.
5 country artists right now, Mike. Go.
Okay. Cash.
No current.
Yeah, no current. Let's do
Elvis
current.
Presley is
Let's do current.
gospel.
He's
What?
not gospel.
Elvis Presley?
He did country without that and rock.
He's definitely
And
rock
blues
over.
and
No, he
everything.
started gospel.
Okay, cool. What are you known for though? Rock. He's the king of
Actually,
rock.
the only person I know from gospel is Yay.
Jesus.
Hey guys, so
We
about
went up
2 days ago, when this is being recorded right now,
Yep.
we released a new video on our main channel, SB Films, and basically we're trying to get these concepts of videos that are shorter in length and kind of intriguing with the title, intriguing with some clickbait-ish kind of stuff.
Intriguing. What do you
Definitely
mean?
clickbait.
That's
But
how you
But
get people
basically,
to watch your
it's
videos,
so like you
I mean.
actually might watch it. This video is 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yep.
This newest one is very funny too.
It's a good video.
Have you seen it?
I did. I watched it twice.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, it's a good video.
It's quite funny.
So we're gonna be actually producing videos like this whenever we can.
We should make another one.
We'll make another one before break.
Yeah.
we can do snowmobiling right now. Fatal car
Well,
crash.
listen
Yeah,
to this.
I'll break down my car.
Just here's a little snippet if you guys haven't heard
Oh
it.
my god.
We're just driving along.
I think we were on the way to shoot something.
We can put
We
a
had a
voice
big
in my car,
video
sure.
planned.
And I hear this weird sound coming
This is
from
a
the car.
documentary.
Like it's like a
You know?
So yeah, it's
Crunk,
something
crunk,
like
crunk, you know?
30 for 30.
And
The
then
music was a very
I
good
see a red
touch,
light.
too.
Thanks, man.
it's the temperature
That right
in my,
there?
my car. It's overheated.
That's photoshopped.
Yeah?
Yeah. You believe that?
How is that photo? What?
You-
That's an actual light.
Yeah, I know.
You
We
see?
photoshopped it.
Fans
'Cause
have
when
no
we
idea.
recorded it, my
Fans
car
have
was
no idea.
fine.
Yeah.
Ah. I didn't know that. See, it looks so believable. So,
Yeah.
right there.
Same
So
thing with the
basically,
film.
we filmed this in 30 minutes, but it's amazing. It's a great.
No, it's actually really good. Yeah.
Filmed in 30 minutes, took about a year to
The thing
edit
is,
it.
we've had this conversation
that
too.
And
one
you know what? It's got
Classic
more.
SaladBarz.
Yes, it's
Yes,
got more than
classic.
85. It's got. Let's see.
Dude, we went up.
Or is that
plus
117 when
10
we
subs.
saw it 2 nights ago?
Oh wait, what? Yeah.
Well, refresh views always get taken.
Okay, so
Language.
Xander and I watched it and it had like 100-something views, but it's got way more than the
Yeah.
Snow Olympics things, the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, dude, why is Winter Olympics not blowing up?
Winter
I don't get
Olympics.
I
I
haven't
thought
seen
Winter
that one
Olympics
yet.
would be
Look at the
equivalent
thumbnail.
to the
I haven't
Santa,
watched that one yet.
Yeah.
Santa for a Day. I thought it was gonna be equivalent to that, but
The Center for a Day didn't even blow up. But look
it,
at
it
these.
got like what 2 something.
You see these special effects here, Xander?
Nah, that's pretty cool.
It is.
7.2?
It's nifty, man.
Yeah, I got a second.
Nah, you suck.
This is a good video. This is a good video. 12 likes.
Like, I expect you to be your
12
first.
likes.
on
Hype
everything.
always coming in second.
Of course.
No, I mean, I win a lot of events, so like sometimes you just gotta you gotta set yourself back.
Yeah, it's not fair for the rest of us.
Yeah, like well, I mean, think about it. Like Homie Snipes, like
Oh,
I had to relax and Homie
Dude,
Snipes.
if I remember
was-
Homie Snipes, something.
Did you have over there?
Yeah.
I think this happened in Homie Snipes.
I
Got
definitely
lit
think
up by Ross in the end, man.
Yeah,
What
but
was
like, you had to talk to your old coach
that?
and had a weird
I mean,
cover.
oh.
speaking of being a coach,
I
Mike's gonna be a coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not public information yet.
Wait,
so-
for what?
Oh, it's not?
Supposed-
My bad.
I didn't even know about
That's why.
Oh, my bad. I'm
Wait,
sorry.
what's going-
Yeah,
Wait,
we're
you
just
tell Xander
messing.
something
I'm
about
at Boston College. Yeah, I'm gonna coach the soccer team.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
Some peewee team. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
where Boston team was that?
No, not boss. It's just a peewee team.
Oh,
Not the actual Boston College soccer team.
No.
Is that what you were
Oh,
thinking?
you mean Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
what
Can
coaching.
you have
Yes,
scandal about
Sam.
like kids?
No,
Fictional
he's like-
character.
I'm just trying to do
No,
one-on-one.
I think
coaching.
what happened, here's what I heard. We can look this up in a minute, the
Alright.
fact check, but what I heard was that Pee Wee Herman went into a movie theater and pulled down his pants. in
Yeah,
front
that's
of
what
a
I
bunch of
thought.
kids. Yeah,
I'm
I don't
looking it
know.
up.
It's pretty creative.
So Mike's got this cat.
I'm good with cats, actually.
No,
His
he'll
name's
still kill
Teddy.
you.
I'll try to get him right now.
Yeah, get him so we can talk to him.
Talk to him.
This is
Give him an introduction.
this is our animal section on the SaladBarz Podcast. Have us every single week.
This is when you put in like a spinning logo.
Yeah,
Animal time.
animal time. So this week we have Mike's cat, Teddy, or as I like to call him, Timmy. Teddy's a great cat. He's very friendly.
He's gonna attack anybody in seconds.
He's housebroken. Oh, there he goes. Is he gone?
Nah, he's.
Yeah, I just gave him a little.
Just give him a little pickup.
So I just
all
shut
the
him off.
social
Just
side
shut
of
him
it.
off.
He doesn't have much like of a social capacity. You know, it's like some people, you know. It's like you hang out with them for like an hour,
take it.
but they can't do an hour in a minute. They can only do like an hour, and then they gotta go home.
Well, he's ripping up your couch.
Right now, he's just ripping up my couch. Can't really do anything about it. This is his domain, not mine.
You know what
You ever
happened?
clip those claws, dog? He's going.
No,
He was going pretty hard on that.
no, we let him do it
gonna show
himself.
people.
Did I put my Gatorade somewhere?
No idea, man.
So, guys, Teddy, the reason we bring him up is because he's up for adoption.
Yeah.
So, Mike's family decided to get rid of Teddy.
Adopt, don't shop.
He sliced up too much furniture and it's
No, it's a good thing. It's not that he was being
Yeah.
a bad cat.
Oh,
It's just
you're
that
right.
Shop.
it's time for him to go.
He's
14
years
So-
young.
He's 14 years
He's
young. There's-
14.
Wait, what?
Dude, he's like, you're not going to be able to sell a 14-year-old cat.
Nah,
I'm
he's
sorry.
lively.
Pike, he's older than
He's
you.
only been through like a couple lives. You know what's funny? So okay, let me tell you a story about this cat.
Alright.
So there's a couple stories actually, but
Okay.
the first incident, right? He's lost a few lives. Let me just say that. If cats have 9 lives, he's lost about 3 or 4. So the first incident, I got my staircase up in my second, third floor kind of stuff. He was on the top, and he was going through. He's going
Second,
through.
third floor.
He was going through like the railings and everything, and he's just like bobbing, weaving. So the stuff he does, and like I was near him, and I think like my step on the ground was too loud or something, so he tweaked and he fell from the top floor to the bottom. And in the meantime, my dad's walking upstairs. He falls, slams against my dad's arm, does like a full like 720, like in videos you'd see, and then slams against the stairs. And then we were like, wow, like we gotta take him to the hospital now. And he was
The
fine.
hospital.
Yeah, we took him to the
Humans.
no, we took him to the vet hospital. There's such thing as vet hospital, Sam.
I took my cat
Don't
to
correct
the.
me on my own
I
channel.
took my cat to the vet.
Is it your
the other
is
week.
your,
What you
is it
did?
your time
You hate
yet?
people.
Or am I still going? Because I still
I
have
don't
more
know.
stories.
I had a.
No, dude, it's
I can't
cool.
tell a story.
Sam, I want Sam.
Just grinding on some SaladBarz right now, man.
Yeah.
Can't get enough.
I'm
See,
learning about the meaning of Christmas.
SaladBarz, people just get hooked. That's a good intro.
Yeah, like, dude, 12 Days of Southwest should have blown up.
Should have blown up.
And we wouldn't have, separated and had to have made Reunion 2 if SaladBarz...
Quick hockey film.
If, SaladBarz...
right.
12
Well,
Days
the
of
thing
SaladBarz
is-
didn't blow up.
That, like, I heard, or we heard, that if you post every single day, your channel has to blow up.
Right. Daily vlogs. has
So
to
there
be
were like
blown up.
12
World
days
True
of
appearance.
SaladBarz.
World
Everyday
True
vlog,
appearance.
everyday
Oh
vlog.
It
my
was a
god.
huge grind with no payoff.
We had
Except for
such
the
a
sledding
grind.
video. The sledding video, 1,000 views, man.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know why. To this day, I can't tell you why. Beside the title.
It was a
Where's
great...
And
the
then look-
sledding video?
Wait, slow up. The skimboarding video, 787 views. Why?
Oh, it's just these people, It's just these...
Well, like they look up the thing, I guess.
654,
Demographics of our view base is
489,
weird.
225, 200. So like you guys decrease.
Oh, we
Oh, yeah,
fell
so,
off.
and then
Oh,
no,
yeah.
this is what happens.
And then a boom.
This is what happens. You
Dude, that...
Almost
Wait,
drowned.
what?
Listen,
Almost
so-
drowned?
listen,
Because
so
people
you-
look that up.
what
See
you
I
do,
mean?
what you do is you guys promote like one big video and then everybody sees it on like Instagram and stuff, so they watch that, and then you slowly lose them for like the next like 5 videos, and then you pump another one up, and then it's just a repeating cycle over and over.
Alright, so let me show you something. So I'd say after our last big one here,
almost drowned.
I was gone, right? I wasn't really
Mike quit.
involved in the channel.
Yeah.
And so these little bums, because I wasn't there.
No, whoa.
Look at this one.
That's because Henry's clickbait and he's naked in the video.
No, I just changed that thumbnail this week.
Dog.
I just changed it this week.
And then look, I'm gone. So so bad.
Unreal.
And then
I already know where this
eventually,
is going.
boom,
LeBron,
I'm back.
I need the
Mike
wow.
comes back.
I'm back.
It's gotta be Mike. It's gotta be Mike.
I'm sorry.
Which explains why every video since Reunion 1
Oh my god.
has like 50 views.
Yeah.
When did you film this? 2018. That jersey is from like 4 years before this video was filmed, and it still fits you.
Hey, you got an XXL.
Look at that, dude.
That fits. That fits really well, actually.
Well, it didn't used to. It used to be like little Dylan Markham wings. You know what I
I
mean?
hate when that.
Oh, yeah. They still might cut off shirts like that.
Yeah.
I've
No, that's a bad look.
Yeah, a couple times.
So you
It's
gotta
so
watch
funny.
this. Bucket.
It appeared on my feed.
It's just, I could just imagine people driving by State Road, turning to their right and looking at Hank and Linus just going crazy.
Oh, look at
jumping
this, bro! Look at
Frostop's
this!
court
Look how accurate his
with no
celebration is.
context at all.
Look how accurate that selling is.
Accurate.
Not that accurate.
It's pretty accurate. You just have cameras set up everywhere. We gotta see another one.
Do you remember when Dwayne Wade dunked on Anderson Hershey?
Yeah. Remember when you went to the Warriors won a ring and then Cavs?
I went to the Cavs won a ring. Yeah, I do remember
So
that.
funny, bro.
And then went back to Miami.
Oh, this is my play right here.
Oh, and this one you got the corner,
miss.
or not the corner, like the
This is
right side,
dirty.
like
You're
bang.
creating the best plays of his career, and you put it in this layup.
Well,
No,
No, it's
wait.
to highlight the next play.
because he goes off.
Look, they're down 3. Got to force OT. Dude, it was like 1,000 degrees that day. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just remember sitting. I took my shirt off eventually, and then I went back in my car. In the seat, scalded my back, and the air conditioning just wouldn't turn on. I was like, oh, I just have to start just get wind into this car. Oh my god, it's horrible. I was sweating.
Yeah, I had some bad moments of the Forerunner with the heat. It's bad.
Oh really?
Yeah, no, but watch what. Look, scroll up. After Reunion 1. Dude, I'm sorry. Yo, Loki. Like, this
Yeah,
is
no,
me.
this makes sense, man.
300.
Holy snipes!
It's pretty soon. You know what that
Holy
means, though?
snipes!
Many
Yeah,
Christmas song.
You're gonna get a quick
Oh.
millie.
Yeah,
Quick
can we
millie,
watch
dude.
that?
I need a
real
quick look.
Let's just throw
Which
it
one?
on. I want to see what that even looks like.
This?
Yeah, go back to that. Because
It
after that,
starts off with a Charlie Brown intro.
like,
I like that.
we were just
Yeah,
what?
that's a good one.
We were just vlogging.
It was just totally a vlog, yeah. Splash some cash on my mom.
That's a disgusting line.
That is.
that out.
Yeah.
Big time.
That's why
I
this
was
didn't
such
blow
a
up.
skater boy. with
I
my
know,
hair.
dude. I
No,
know.
see, that's why that didn't blow up, because of that.
Oh.
People were like, what? Nah, man, I
Dislike.
can't.
My Snapchat is Michael_LaSelva.
Yes,
I got
me too.
over
Me too.
208,000
This is
snap
good.
score.
Yep.
I got a Bitmoji, and I don't have a Tinder.
Yep.
So
My
if you see any of that fake stuff,
my Snapchat username is Sammy_Aiguier32, and my snap score is almost at 200,000.
All right, mine is Xander with an X, 4135. I'm at 350,000.
I'm at 92,000. L Dog Man 15.
Knows it straight from the dome.
Yeah. I'm a bit more
He
nervous
recites this every night before he goes to bed. He studies his snap
92.
score.
Dude, last year I got a snap score. I gained it by like 20,000 because I didn't use it at all.
But how do you have 300,000? That's
no,
a lot.
my
50.
my old one's got like 800K.
Because it's my first one. I've had it for like 5 years.
Dude, I've had mine
He's
for a
right.
while.
He's right.
Yeah. 92, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So
What is it?
great discussion there with our 2 good friends. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys like this kind of video, subscribe to this channel. We got these coming out basically whenever we feel like it. As always.
Stay tuned. Put those post notifications on, and we'll let you know too. We're gonna advertise them. We'll let you know in our stories and everything that we're producing a video. But basically, just stay with the channel because there'll be some good content here and there, and you'll see some good videos every whenever we want.
Every month or so.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
You guys got anything to say?
I want SaladBarz to get to 500 subscribers by the middle of 2020.
I want
June
this podcast
1st,
to
2020,
blow
they
up.
should have 500 or more subscribers.
Yeah.
And I want this podcast
If not, y'all are
to
slacking.
get up there.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.